see so many people here, and I'm so excited to see that every developer bring into the same place. Just like Dr. Wang just mentioned, a city is a place where people bring it all together. But for a community, is where all our developers live and bring together and exchange ideas and innovate. So today, I'm very proud to be able to present with you about some of the latest technology trends from our perspective and some of the technology innovations that we will provide. And we look forward to this innovation together to make the coding better. So here is some, from our perspective, some of the latest cloud technologies trends that we observe in this upcoming year. And the first one is cloud native. As there's no surprise that cloud native is becoming more and more important in every company. And in fact, by some of the third-party analysts such as Gartner, that eventually there will be 85% of the company will adopt cloud in some way in their IT strategy. Regardless of a single cloud or multi-cloud, it will become more and more important that providing the cloud-native technology where all these cloud providers could be able to facilitate our developers to easily do your coding and your development. And of course, serverless will become more and more onto this stage, because whenever you're doing the coding and development, you have to still worry about the infrastructure, the underlying maintenance cost, and the time that you spend could be huge. So by leveraging serverless computing, that would actually be able to remove all those tedious work, and you just simply focus on doing your business coding. And of course, there will be another trend that we observed by Gartner that he actually mentioned. Super app will become more and more popular. Indeed, the report showed that almost 50% of the global populations will use super app in the next few years. So how to effectively transform your traditional mobile app into a super app so that you can enjoy the benefit and creating another bigger ecosystem with all your mobile users. That will be another trending that we've seen. And of course, lastly, with the growing demand of the data and also the booming of the AI technologies, we've seen that more and more developers will start to adopt efficient and streamlined big data and AI integrated platform to further do their developments on this area. So later, I'll start to walk through some of those areas and what Alibaba Cloud will be able to come together with all of you to innovate in this area. The first one is about the cloud native. So cloud native, as we mentioned, it will become more and more popular. And as Alibaba Cloud, if we look at the bottom layer, we have multiple different container services that are available not only on the public cloud, or if you are running your cloud-native clusters on premises, or even on a third-party cloud. There's a very simple and seamless integrated approach where we call the ACK1 and ACK Anywhere. It does not matter where you put your cloud cluster is. We can still provide a unified management platform that will allow you to manage, operate, and monitor, and also deploy it in a more unified way. And based on that kind of layer, you can do your workloads anywhere you want. And of course, on top of that, there will be like the microservices that you develop, like say, for example, you're using Istio or some other architecture. There will be the service mesh, that kind of technology. We have the product, what we call the ASM, the service mesh product that will allow you to quickly roll out a ASM and service mesh on top of cloud. But of course, you are considering to do a more serverless approach by using the function-driven or event-driven architecture. You can definitely use some of the function compute and all those like Event Bridge or some other products that will allow you to build a more event-driven approach. But of course, observability is very important. As you start to build more of all those different technologies, observability, how would you have a more holistic view about the whole architecture of your cloud would be more important. And in that perspective, we actually will introduce later on about a full suite on the observability so that you can have a holistic view and a unified view approach to your cloud architecture. So here is the observability suite that I would like to introduce to you. So observability suite basically consists of multiple different components. It's all based on the open technologies that you've seen, like Prometheus, like Open Telemetry, and also like Grafana. All those open technology would be able to manage service offered by Alibaba Cloud, and so that you can connect with all different kinds of data sources, be able to have the cluster to monitor all those status and progresses, and you can also be able to set up config the alert so that you can able to see the current status and health of your environment. But of course, we provide a more unified and centralized logging system so that wherever the data and the logging are coming from, regardless it's an auditing purpose or a data logging or operation logging, would be able to consolidate into a single places so that you can easily be able to manage for different purpose. By doing this kind of comprehensive observability, you will be able to achieve a greater efficiencies and of course lower the building time of building the dashboard or spending time to manage all those different sources. And the next one is about serverless. We just mentioned about serverless would be able to help you to more focus on your business logic and your code development without managing all those underlying complexity and infrastructure. You will be able to have a more scalable and more cost-effective approach toward your cloud workloads. Alibaba Cloud so far has already released more than 20 products on serverless architecture. So meaning that it's scattered from compute, database, storage, and observability, and big data and AI. All those products that you use will become serverless. And just imagine that you don't need to worry about the underlying complexity. You simply be able to achieve more efficiency and time to market with this kind of serverless technology. Here's one of the customer example that I want to show. Is a Japanese comic and also animation and also the gaming customer. So they used to have a lot of different environments and also complex operations on different technology stacks. By leveraging Alibaba Cloud's, the cloud-native technology and also the serverless, they will be able to achieve a greater performance and also, of course, a greater operation efficiencies of up to 60%. But of course, with the high-performance databases and analytic databases for BI purposes, you'll be able to achieve a greater operations so that you have the full insight of the gaming experiences from your user so that it can further drive your decision-making in the next stage. And next, we just talked about Super App. How powerful Super App? I'm not sure how many of you have been using Super App. Or maybe you don't know even that you are using a Super App. But the importance of Super App is that it's basically creating an ecosystem. It's not purely about a mobile app itself. It can be able to integrate seamlessly with all your relevant business together so that you can only download once with your mobile app And then all the mini program will be able to safeguard by you, and all the mini program will enjoy the same user base of your mobile app. So that's the beauty of having a super app. So on the left-hand side, here are some of the best practices from Alibaba that we have consolidated in the last over 20 years of experiences. Regardless is the Taobao or the AMAP or any of these mobile app services provided by Alibaba. All of those super apps, they can include multiple functions where the consumer, they were able to enjoy it. Say, for example, they are doing a shopping on the e-commerce, but then they can also do a shopping on, some other like a holiday package, or maybe booking a flight, or maybe whenever they are doing a ride hailing, they will be able to do also a search on the other like food or maybe some other relevant business. Then you will be able to create an ecosystem that can further growing your business and also the funnel. So with that kind of best practices, we actually have already commercialized these technologies, and we have this one-stop super app and mini program platform, what we call the EMAS. This EMAS platform is an end-to-end mobile development platform. It not only includes the mobile development, but it also includes mobile testing, security testing, mobile operations, and of course, it creates a closed loop so that you simply do not need to worry anything. As long as using this platform, it's end-to-end and allow you to simply create the mobile super app and mini program. Another beauty is that it's all containerized. And for any of your existing traditional mobile app, you can easily transform that into a super app within hours. It's leveraged by a containerized framework. It's quite mature and proven by Alibaba. And you can also use an IDE with a very user-friendly approach. You can write the mobile codes over there, or you can write your JavaScript. Every coding languages that you are using, you do not need to change. It's all open and up to your choices. So whenever you're doing the development and then you release, then there will be a testing with different types of mobile devices, regardless it's an iPhone, regardless it's an Android, for different mobile branding, such as Samsung, such as Oppo, or some other brands. We're able to test it on the same environment. So you don't need to worry about the bugs on your mobile devices for some particular brands. And we provide a visualized report and also a replay feature so that you can replay back to a certain point so that you can do the debugging of that coding, and then you can further do a release and publish. And of course, there will be also a big data analytical module that are included. So you can do the embedding of your script so that you can learn about the user behavior on the certain mobile app and the mini program. And of course, it generates the dashboard, and you can help you to do more fantastic big data analytics. So what does it mean? So from developers' perspective, we separate that into two categories. The first type is the super app itself, the super app mobile developers. You'll be easily enjoy this end-to-end mobile development platform. It includes development, release, testing, everything, right? And then also, of course, if you are managing or owning a native app and you want to transform into a super app, you can also use this platform to simply help you to transform. By containerize it, we provide a framework. You can finish that within hours. And then for the second type of developer is the mini program developer, where is part of this super app. You can be provided with an IDE, so you can simply write your mini program for the super app with the same platform as well. But of course, it's easy, and also you write it once, it means you can deploy anywhere for any mobile devices and even different operating system. Write once, deploy many. Okay. And on the right-hand side, here are some of the customer or partners that we been already on the first batch. One is a ACMO from Malaysia, and the other one Cash from Singapore. Two types. One is migrating to a super app within 2 weeks from a traditional mobile app. And the other one is transforming an original mobile native into a mini program within 1 week. So that's the power of having this eMaaS platform that will help you to transform into a super app to cater for your business. And of course, lastly, we talk about big data and AI. And it's coming the trend that big data and AI eventually, somehow more integrated. So you will be able to leverage the same platform, a more unified platform, and the workflows in order to develop your big data and AI coding. With Alibaba Cloud, we have DataWorks for big data end-to-end management, and we also have the Pi for machine learning development. And for the DataWorks, it's been fully integrated with Alibaba Cloud's Max Compute, which is a Alibaba Cloud's best practice data warehouse technologies. And also there will be EMR, which is more open source, that are embracing lots of different technologies by building data warehouses. And regardless is building a data lake house or a data lake, you'll be able to use some of the underlying technologies such as Max Compute, Flink, or Holograph from Max Compute family. But of course, you can also leverage object storage to store all the semi-structured or unstructured objects to even further boost up your portfolio of this data lake. But of course, on the right-hand side is the AI platform, where we allowed the machine learning developers be able to do the development and also doing the feature engineering, and also a lot of testing and evaluation and inference using the same platform. And here, Alibaba Cloud continue to innovate it in order to bring the cost efficiencies and all those benefits to our developers. We also been working really hard in-house in order to improve the computing efficiencies and also the storage efficiencies and also the interoperability of the whole architecture in order to bring the value to our developers, but also making our services cheaper and cheaper so that you can do it in a more affordable way to innovate. So here are some of the examples that I choose here, includes Elasticsearch with the serverless editions, and also with the Flink, we have a more powerful and cost-efficient model. And with EMR, we have separated the storage and compute layer to provide a much better performance and lower costs, and much more. And of course, lastly, it's a very exciting moment that I will announce the launch of the global hackathon for PolarDB. PolarDB is a cloud-native database by Alibaba Cloud. And in order to even facilitate our developers to innovate on top of Alibaba Cloud, we'll launch this hackathon with a prize pool of $30,000, and it starts today for registration. You can simply scan the QR code on the left-hand side, and then you can go to the Tianchi platform for innovation. You can join the competitions, and then you can simply develop your coding, your projects, using PolarDB for MySQL or PolarDB for PostgreSQL to do these innovations. And we are more than welcome for you to participate in these competitions and learn from each other. So that concludes my section today, and I really look forward for every developers to keep on innovating, keep on building using Alibaba Cloud, and I hope that can also bring you the value with efficiency and cost effectiveness, and of course some of the best of the breed technology for you. Thank you.
Thank you, Raymond. Next, we have Li Dongping. He will share multilingual language understanding and computer vision solutions from Alibaba Damo. Welcome, Li Dong.